Hello and welcome to Flow to Mobility. So we're going to be focusing on obviously improving mobility in the entire body, but creating flow movements. So what this really does is improves your mind-body connection, your proprioception. So we are going to be challenging ourselves to flow through motions, coming into different positions, and obviously progressing to them so that it's not too challenging. If there ever is a moment in class though where you just feel like it's a little too much, just make the movement smaller. It's that simple. So just minimize, your range of motion in that moment, and that's really going to help you to make sure that you're building a solid foundation. So when I'm doing the full expression, just feel free to take it back a notch. So eventually you can get to that point where you can do the full expression, because of course that's just not where we start. And I want to encourage you to make movements smaller when needed. Let's get started in child's pose. So knees out as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, push your bum back, reach your arms out in front of you, and then rest your forehead on the mat. I'm going to keep my head up for microphone purposes. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose here. And a big exhale, sigh it out. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. One more deep breath in. Nice long exhale. Inhale again. And then as you exhale, draw your chest down to the mat to get a nice deep stretch in your shoulders. If you don't feel a stretch in your shoulders, just lift up onto your fingertips. So you're pushing the ground away with your fingertips. And if this is too intense for you, feel free to just come up and then just go to where it feels comfortable for you. I want you to find a position though where you feel that stretch in the shoulders, just so we can open up that area, which is really going to be needed for class. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your chest closer to the ground. Get deeper into that shoulder stretch. Inhale again. And exhale, melt. Inhale, walk your hands over to the right, deep side body stretch along the left side of your body. And I want you to maintain that shoulder stretch. So we are laterally flexing the spine, but then also maintaining the shoulder stretch by drawing the chest down to the mat, up on your fingertips if need be, and we will do those 3 deep breaths. That exhalation will lead you just to make the stretch a little bit deeper as you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. Inhale and exhale, melt. Inhale, exhale, melt. One more time. And exhale, melt. Beautiful job. Now inhale, walk your hands over to the left, deep side body stretch along the right side. Same thing, we've got that nice deep stretch in the shoulders. 3 deep breaths here with each exhalation. Get deeper. Beautiful job. Inhale, walk your hands back out to center and take 1 more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, the deepest shoulder stretch you have done thus far. And then slowly come up. Bring your feet in line with your knees and your knees underneath your hips. Come up onto your forearms here. Deep breath in. And exhale, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Nice long line from the top of your head to your tailbone. And then as you inhale, draw your belly button down towards the mat as you send your gaze out in front of you. We're coming into a forearm cat-cow. Exhale, tuck in the pelvis, round the spine, push the shoulder blades away from one another. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. 3 more. Take it at your own pace. Last one. Come back to center. So in a neutral position. Walk your elbows slightly out further and bring your hands into a prayer position. Send your bum back as we come into a prayer stretch. So deep breath in. And then as you exhale, can you send your chest closer to the ground? Opening up the shoulder blades even more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful job. Bring your hands back out in front of you, and then we're going to come up to a tabletop position. So now we've got the wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Take a deep breath in, draw the belly button down towards the mat as you send your gaze out in front of you. And then exhale, tuck in the pelvis, round the spine, push the shoulder blades away from one another. We are in a regular cat-cow. 3 more rounds here. Last one. Now we're rounded, pushing the shoulder blades away, so really push your hands into the ground. As you inhale, arch the spine and start to send your hips back towards your heels. Okay, so now we're going to exhale, round, come forward. Inhale, arch, send your tailbone back towards your heels. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, arch, send your bum back. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, arch, back to your heels. 3 more. Take it at your own pace. Let it feel good. Try to get that extra stretch in the shoulders when you come all the way down to that child's pose, and then rounding back up. Option to take this further, send your hips forward and allow them to melt towards the ground as you open up the chest, coming into a swan. So you can continue the same movement that we were doing just now, or take it a little further with 3 more rounds, coming into swan. Inhale, tailbone goes back. We're rounding forward all the way until you bring your hips forward into that spinal extension. Inhale, hips go back. Exhale, round, come forward. Coming into swan. Inhale, hips go back. Exhale, round, all the way down. And then come back to tabletop position. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. We're coming into a downward facing dog. Right away, start to pedal out your feet. Let's loosen up the hamstrings. Get the muscles nice and lengthened. Hold one heel down at a time and keep breathing. Let it feel good. Really make sure you're arching your tailbone up towards the sky. And remember, rather have bent knees than a rounded spine. So I don't want to see any rounding of the spine to have the straight legs, rather bent knees, nice straight spine. Pedal out your feet here. Deep breaths. Arching your spine, sending your tailbone up towards the sky as much as you possibly can. Start to draw your chest towards your knees, and you can have your knees bent here. Don't feel like just because mine are straight, yours need to be. Inhale. Exhale, draw your chest to your knees. You want to feel a stretch in your shoulders, your hamstrings. Particularly deep breath in. Exhale, draw the chest to the knees. Really arching the tailbone. Inhale again. Exhale, chest to knees. Now, come high to the ball mounds of the feet. Start to tuck in your tailbone as you ripple and round forward, coming into sort of a plank position, except the shoulders are slightly in front of the hands. And of course, your weight is shifted forward slightly. Now, arch your spine, so sending the tailbone up towards the sky. Push back to that down dog. Lift the heels up, tuck in the pelvis and round forward, coming into that sort of elevated position. Arch the spine, push back. So we're creating ripples from down dog to plank. 3 more. 2. Make this as big or as small as you want to. And 3. Come back to a downward dog. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. We're keeping the toes facing the ground, so we have nice square hips. Inhale. As you exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Step it through. Come into a low lunge and come all the way up. Take a deep breath in here. Tuck in your hips. So you want to feel a nice stretch in the front of that left hip. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips forward. Inhale again. Exhale, send your hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips forward. One more time. And exhale. Now inhale, come back up. Push back, so your weight's coming back towards your back foot. And then you're going to lift your right toes up towards the sky and start to hinge forward, getting a nice little hamstring stretch here. So you can feel free to bend your knee, find that belly to thigh connection, and reach for the ground. You can try to balance, which is great for your proprioception. Really up to you here. So if you are opting to touch the ground, but you feel like you can't get there unless you round your spine, just bend the knee as much as you need. So you really never need to have a straight leg, sorry. You really just need to focus on the straight spine. So whatever you want to do, we're going to breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, deepen the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, deepen. Inhale. Exhale, deepen. Now come forward. We're coming back into a low lunge, but this time we're bringing our hips down closer to the ground. So when we're really tucking in the hips there, we are stretching the front of that hip a lot more and in a better anatomically correct sort of position. When we're coming all the way down here, notice if you tuck in your pelvis, that stretch gets a lot deeper. So if you need to kind of just send that tailbone back a little bit, that's totally okay. Take a deep breath in here, keeping the back toe tucked. And then as you exhale, just send your hips down to the ground to deepen that stretch. Now, place all of the weight into your left hand and then lift that left knee up off the ground. You're going to send your right arm up towards the sky. We're in a low lunge twist. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your right hand down. And then from here, you're going to see if you can bring your left foot slightly closer to your body and see if you can find a high lunge. So pushing up off of the ground, coming straight into that high lunge. Inhale here. As you exhale, let's tuck in the pelvis again. Now, you can feel free to bring that back leg closer and bend your left knee as well. So I don't want you to be in an uncomfortable position. Find what feels good for you here. Inhale again. Exhale. Tuck in that pelvis. Now inhale, and then as you exhale, I want you to bring your hands behind you. So almost like we're flying, we're going to start to hinge forward, straighten that back leg like Superman. We lean forward. Inhale, bend that back leg and reach the arms up to the sky, drawing the shoulder blades down. Exhale, Superman. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, drawing your shoulders down. Exhale, Superman. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. So tough. Bring your hands down to the ground. Step your right foot back. Push back, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Pedal out the feet again. Whew. Notice the sensations in your body in this moment. So tough. Sorry if I'm sniffing. I'm getting over, unfortunately, COVID, I believe. My whole family had it, so
I have been kind of out for the count for the last week or so. Inhale, left leg rises up. As you exhale, you're gonna hug that knee into the chest, step it through. We're coming into that low lunge. So again, coming all the way up, tuck in that tailbone, send your hips forward. Inhale here, exhale, hips forward. Inhale, exhale, hips forward. Inhale again. Exhale, hips forward. One more. And forward. Now inhale, come back. We're going to start to shift the weight back. Flex that front foot, your option. So you can bend your knee, straight spine, come down to the ground. You can keep yourself all the way up and just come slightly forward, sending the tailbone back. You want to feel a nice deep stretch in that hamstring. Inhale here. And exhale. Creating kind of like a hinge like we did earlier as well. Inhale. And exhale, sending that tailbone back. Inhale. And exhale. Come all the way back up and then shift your weight forward again. We're coming into a low lunge. So you've got your back foot tucked still. Inhale. As you exhale, send your hips towards the floor. Just to really get that deep stretch in the front of that right hip. And then inhale. Exhale. Now shift your weight to your right hand. Lift your right knee off of the ground. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. We're in a nice spinal twist here. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Bring your hand back down. And then from here, bring your back foot a little bit closer to your body or closer to your left leg. We're going to come up and find high lunge. So however you feel like you need to get there, if you need to bring your leg a lot closer, take your time there. Practicing balance is really, really important for building that mind-body connection. So reaching the arms up towards the sky, both knees are bent. Inhale. Exhale, tuck in the pelvis. Sink. Inhale. And then as you exhale, sweep your hands back, straighten that back leg, hinge forward towards your left leg. And then inhale, reach your arms back up. We're drawing the shoulder blades down. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hinge. And inhale, reach. Last one. Exhale, hinge. Plant your hands down, step your leg back, push back, downward facing dog. Pedal at the feet. Let it feel good. All right. We are going to come into a flow, and then after we flow, we're going to add on a little. Inhale, right leg rises up. As you exhale, hug your right knee into your chest, step it through. We are in a low lunge. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands back, sweep like we do in the high lunge. So reaching your arms back, you can keep your leg bent here. And then inhale, bring your hands back up towards the sky. Exhale, plant your hands down, lift the left leg and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Spinal twist. Bring your right hand back down, bring your back leg close and lift up to high lunge. Inhale here. And then exhale, sweep your hands behind you, straighten that left leg. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Hands down, push back, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Inhale, left leg rises up. As you exhale, hug your knee into your chest, step it through, low lunge, reach your arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, sweep your hands back. We're doing that same motion except on the ground. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Plant your hands down, lift that right leg off the ground, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Inhale here.
And then as you exhale, bring your hand back down to the ground, shift your back foot a little closer and come up to high lunge. Inhale, and exhale, bend your knees. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your hands back, straighten that right leg. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Last one. And reach. Bring your hands down to the ground. Push back down and facing dog. Beautiful job. So we are going to be adding on now. I know it's getting tough. The heart rate's going up. We're working really, really hard. It's worth it. This is the last stretch. Inhale. Right leg rises up. As you exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Step it through. Low lunge. Reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, sweep your hands back. And we're doing that half split. Inhale, reach. Exhale, half split. Inhale, reach. Exhale. And inhale, last one. Exhale. And inhale. Plant your hands down, lift that left leg up, reach the right arm up. Easy twist. Hand back down. Back leg comes up nice and close. Lift up to high lunge, inhale. And exhale, sink. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Last one. Exhale, sweep. Now we lift up again. I'm going to step back slightly. Inhale, lift. As we sweep, I want you to shift your weight, all of your weight, over to your right foot as we lift the back leg up and come into warrior three, but with our hands back. So deep breath here, nice square hips. And then exhale, hold. Inhale, step back, reach the arms up towards the sky. Plant your hands down, push back down and facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises up. As you exhale, hug your left knee into your chest, step it through, low lunge, reach arms up towards the sky. Exhale, half split, sweep your hands back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. And reach. Last one. And reach. Plant your hands, lift that right knee, left arm goes up, easy twist. Bring that hand back down, back foot comes up close, high lunge, sink low. Inhale here, exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach, exhale, sweep. Inhale, reach, exhale, sweep, last one, and reach. Sweep, start to switch all of that weight over to the left leg and bring your right leg up. Warrior three. Inhale and exhale, hold. Beautiful job. Come all the way back to that high lunge. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, plant your hands down, push back down and facing dog. Bring your knees down to the ground. Take a moment in child's pose. Notice how you feel. Beautiful job. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. Slowly roll all the way up to a seated position. We have one more section. So we're going to work on the insides of the hips, basically. So thinking about opening up the internal parts of the hip joint. So we're working a lot on strengthening the front of the hips and also stretching and lengthening those muscles. But we want to get onto the internal side of them as well. So let's come to standing. Excuse my voice and my breath. It is tough when you are congested. So feet are going to be slightly wider than your hips. Toes facing the corners of the mat. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, we're going to come down to goddess pose. Bring your hands on top of your knees. Feel free to widen your stance if you need to. Deep breath in here. As you exhale, drop your left shoulder down and sink into your legs. So you're really pushing your knees away from your body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. And exhale, twist. Come all the way back up. This time we're going to do 10 squats in this goddess position. So we're really working on strengthening and activating these muscles. So this is an eccentric stretch. Make sure that you are drawing your knees away from your body. Don't let them sink in towards you. Pushing your knees as much as you can away from you and to the outsides of the room. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat as low as you can go while maintaining a good position of your knees. So don't let them come in. They are being pushed out. So as long as you are maintaining that, you can go lower and obviously as much as you feel like you can do in your body today. Okay, 8 more. Sink low, lift, low, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, sink low. I want you to pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Okay, take a break. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Inhale again. As you exhale, sink again, only about halfway. Now, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, shift your weight over to your right leg as you straighten your left. Okay. Inhale, center. Exhale, shift to the left leg, straighten the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Center and left. Center and right. Center and left. 4 more, and center, right, center, left. This is a beginner skandasana. Center and right, center and left. Come back to center, lift, take a break. Okay. So that is the beginner progression to skandasana, which is going all the way down. Okay, so we are going to be flowing through skandasana, but I want you to maintain in what feels good for you today. You never want to push, especially in this area. This is a very sensitive area. You can pull a muscle very easily here. I do not recommend that. Please stay up here if that feels better for you. And you can really play around with lifting the toes up towards the sky and going deeper in this position to whatever you feel comfortable with. Otherwise, I will be guiding you through that full expression of the skandasana. First utilizing hands and then without. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, going as far as you feel comfortable in today, we're going to shift that weight over to the right leg, bend that right knee, and come all the way down. And you can utilize your hands here. So you can bring your hands down and then bring yourself down into skandasana. You can stay up here and then walk or not. Okay, so we're creating a little bit of a flow here. Inhale, exhale, sink into your version of your skandasana. And keep breathing here. I want you to flow from left to right, and we will be adding on. Inhale, exhale, flow. Your version. Keep breathing. Let it feel good. 2 more on both sides. 2, 2. Okay. Option, right hand down, left arm goes up. Bring that hand down, lift your arm up. Bring that hand down and switch. Left hand, reach the right. Down, you can do this from wherever you are. Lift and down and right, and left arm up and down, up, and switch. Last one on both sides. Inhale, reach up and down, up, hand down, other side, left arm up and down, up and down, and then there's that last one, up, plant down, up and down. Now wherever you are, come to sit on your bum. Knock your knees together, feet out, toes facing each other. And this is just a counter for whenever you are opening the inside of your hips. You want to make sure that you do counter there for that delicate area. Take a deep breath in here, notice how you feel. And a big exhale, side out. And that is it. This is flow to mobility. I hope you had fun. So we've got those mobility drills along with some flowing. It's really fun. Very challenging if you are breathing heavily and sweating. That is a good thing. This was a great workout. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I am so excited to see you in the next one.